Williams Brothers Leon Pale Ale.
Life is too short to be drinking shitty beer.
Welcome to another edition of Ben's Bikes and Booze Reviews. Sun is over the yard arm and it's time for a beer. And I've got a can of this Williams Brothers Leon elderflower and lime pale ale. Now I tried one of these yesterday and, well, I tried two of these and they were identical. They had no, as far as I could discern, no real difference, and they were passing them off as two different beers. Didn't like them, to be honest, and I'll give them a hard time, which I think was justified. Other people have got different tastes. This is all about taste. If you like stuff, drink it. If you don't like it, don't drink it. I'm just going to give you my opinion of it. I know opinions are like arseholes and everyone's got one, etc, etc, but this is what I'm doing. Keeps me sane. Anyway, yeah, Williams Brothers, Scottish-based brewers, done a couple of good ones, done quite a few bad ones and all. And I think yesterday it sort of came to a head when I tried the two and they were more or less identical and I was passing them off as two different beers. This should be different. It's elderflower and lime. Now I don't know about you, but elderflower, what the fuck? Yeah, lime goes with beer. You know, I personally don't like it in beer. If people used to drink lager and lime years ago, if you can remember, and also they do that in the, is it sole? Stick a lime in the top of it to disguise the terrible taste of it. So all sorts of alarm bells ring. As I say, I gave them a hard time yesterday. You know, it is what it is. I will call out shit beer when I taste shit beer. Let's stop guessing and let's see what this is. Right, this is a can, a 330ml can of 4.4% pale ale, elderflower and lime pale ale. On the side of the can there is very little to see what the brew sheet is, but it says Leon is a refreshing botanical and citrus pale ale. Classic malt base is hopped up with Cascade and Citra. Okay. Then infused with the zest of lime and balanced by the beautiful undertone of elderflower. I tried elderflower beer before. Well, it had elderflower in it from, I think it was the Wimbledon Brewery. I didn't think much of it at all. I thought it was pretty shit as it goes. But there you go. I'm going to be as unbiased as I can be with this. If it's nice, I will tell you it's nice. If it's shit, I will tell you it's shit. Let's get it open. Let's see what's going on. Right, on the nose, out of can. And that doesn't smell too bad actually. There's more hop, more of that citra hop that's coming through there now. A bit of bitter grapefruit, which is what I was expecting on the one yesterday. Grapefruit infused IPA, you'd expect huge amounts of grapefruit. Certainly, no. Blood orange, that's all I got. Anyway, let's get it into the glass. Let's see what we're getting in the glass. I have to say, this doesn't smell as bad as the other one, but that could, you know, sometimes aromas can be deceptive, and vice versa. But let's get it tasted. Right, there it is. Now it's a very light colour, as you would expect with a pale ale. There is fucking masses of carbonation in that. The head is, despite that, the head is dissipating at a rate of knots. What have we got on the nose out of this? Yeah, it doesn't smell too bad actually. There's some grapefruit, some slight earthiness, and there's a maltiness coming through there as well. Sort of bread, toasty sort of flavours and aromas. Yeah, I have to say, it doesn't smell too bad. Let's get it down the hatch and see what's going on. I have to say that's quite pleasant. I was dreading the worst. You have redeemed yourself somewhat there, Williams Brothers, because that is reasonable. What I like about this, the hops shine through on this, the Citra. What's the other one? Citra, and yeah, it's Cascade. I thought it was Cascade. And Cascade hops really do shine through, and you do get that fruity sort of notes on it. It's quite clean drinking. Got a little bit of a malty back end. And to be honest, the lime is really, really subtle on this. And I'm getting a nice, now, I can feel that nice toasty biscuit aftertaste on it. This is actually not bad. Lime is very subtle in that. Very, very subtle. In fact, it's so subtle I wouldn't be making big noises about it on the can. And the elderflower, it's negligible. And I think they've gone from one extreme to the other. They've called this an elderflower and lime pale ale. I'm getting very little of that. And yesterday they called it a blood orange IPA. And that's all I could taste. So I have to say I prefer this. This tastes like a more traditional American pale ale. And, well, it's like traditional American. More like an American pale ale, as you would expect, with them Citra and Cascade hops. And that's done right. Yeah, perfectly acceptable. Elderflower and lime on this is really subtle. Now, what was the other one I tried before? I think it was the Cloudwater and Brewdog collaboration. And they've done a New England IPA and they bunged a load of lime in it, which give it a pretty weird sort of flavour. I'm not getting that on this, and this is quite nice. Yeah, not really complaining. One of the subscribers on the channel, he left a comment saying, I hope you like lime cordial. Honestly, I'm not getting any lime in that at all. And if it's there, it's really subtle. I think it's being sort of overpowered by the natural flavours from the Cascade and the Citra hops. I don't know whether this is dry hops. I'm sure they would have said so if it is. But this isn't bad. So what's the verdict? Well, as I say, they've gone from one extreme to the other here. They've called this an elderflower and lime pale ale. I'm getting very little of either. That's more like a traditional American pale ale. But it's nice. And it's good. The malts in it are quite nice. Quite biscuity, toasty malts. Nice, you know, arse end on it as well. And the Citra hops and the Cascade hops do shine through on this, as you would expect with a normal pale ale. The lime and the elderflower, not really there, not really getting it. But as I say, you know, it's not bad. I'm going to give this quite a respectable 7 out of 10. And they should call this American pale ale. And I don't know whether it could be me, they've probably could have got their batches mixed up, because I had two that tasted the same. And this tastes more like a traditional American pale ale than that it's flavoured with elderflower and lime. If they are there, they're really subtle. I'm not sure what that was, if that's what they were going for. But either way, this can and this beer in this glass tastes quite acceptable. And I'll recommend it. I'm hoping that this is consistent and this is what it tastes like all the time, because it tastes quite good. And I'm going to recommend it on the strength of this can. So yeah, Williams Brothers, you have redeemed yourself. I had visions of me going into an absolutely uncontrollable rage, but I haven't. So thank you for that. I could have ended up in A&E putting an even bigger strain on them because of all the fucking coronavirus bullshit, and nobody wants to see that, do they? So 7 out of 10, recommended. And remember, beer is working class champagne.